Hello and welcome to the Every Other Saturday podcast for a brand new episode this week, where with Philippe Clement has tasted defeat as Rangers manager for the first time. Obviously, a great run. He got 16 games unbeaten with the kind of squad that he had at his disposal, the players that have been out. He's done wonders till now. And we obviously face Celtic. It was going to be a big game. I don't think this game will define where we're going to go under Philippe Clement either. I think looking at it after a couple of days being past now, I think I can take some positives out of the game. I can definitely see where we're trying to go. We never sort of gave up going for a result, but I just feel like there's so much areas in the pitch that have to be clearly improved. Looking at your number nine, looking at the wide areas, needing maybe a bit of competition in them. Thought Abdullah
Mm.
Sima and Ross McCausland didn't have their best games, but I don't feel they're really getting pushed for anybody to actually take any
Oh,
starting jerseys off them. So we'll get into it. Obviously, there's refereeing debates to go on for how long as well. So we'll get into the video. If you do like, subscribe and share, always very much appreciated. Aye, so firstly, obviously, we'll go into the game then. It was a bit of a weird one. Obviously, the snow came falling down. You're like, is this game even going to be on? Obviously, then the Rangers fans were greeting the team to onto the bus and stuff like that. Great scenes outside Ibrox, giving them the kind of preparation they need to go there. It's going to be 60,000 against you, 11 guys in the pitch, so it's a mammoth task when you really think about it. Obviously, it's a derby game as well. It's just everyone riding on it. We got the boost though. Connor Goldson, John Lundstrom starting the game gave me a big boost actually going into it. But again, it's an old
mm.
firm game that we don't start. I thought we started the first 5 minutes quite well with a couple of opportunities breaking into their box, but nothing decisive enough. You've got Todd Cantwell dilly dallying on the ball and stuff like that. No decisiveness in the play, and then we get punished. Celtic put the pressure on after that and have a spell, and obviously Paulo Bernardo scores. Could we do better for that goal? Do you think?
What can we do better for that goal?
Nah, the Celtic 1-0.
And with the 1-0, I mean, obviously could clear the ball away a bit better, but I don't think there's much really we could have done. Obviously, Steamer could have got it away quicker, but I just think also the chances that we had probably before then should have took them as well. You know, about Cantwell, Dilly and Dallion on the ball. This was a game he was supposed to step up in. He was all chatting about he's not a TikTok account or whatever he wants to say. Well, he proved yet again that he is an Instagram player. But I mean, other players in the park as well obviously didn't have their best game, but their work rate was still there. Didn't feel that Campbell at all. He was walking about the park. So wasn't pleased with Campbell's performance at all. But I don't know, mate. There's not much you can do about it. Clear the ball away, but it's just like it's a decent strike. You can't really. I don't know if you can hang with the two of their goals really. Diogo's goal
Mm.
obviously is a fantastic goal. But the first one you can't really do much about. I feel like obviously it's a poor clearance, but
Mhm.
aye.
Aye, I think all three of the goals are good goals. I mean, Bernardo strikes the ball as well as he could.
Yeah.
To be honest, he had a lot to do still when the ball dropped him. So obviously unlucky, but we kind of after that, it's just what annoys me when we go to Celtic Park as a team is the mental attitude that we've got as a team to not go there and try and play our own football. We always panic on the ball and we just let the crowd in Celtic Park build up and get on top of us. It feels,
Mm.
and definitely in the first sort of half an hour, you felt right. This could again be going on 1-2, 3-0 if we're not careful here. But we grew into the game a wee bit in the second half. You've got the golden opportunity that I don't even want to think about ever again until after we've done this podcast. Um, Serial Dessers. I mean, how can you do so brilliantly anticipate the ball and snatch it off? I think it was Stephen Welsh, run through on goal, and then immediately turn into running into
Panic.
quicksand. Like, what are you actually doing? He had options if he didn't feel comfortable with the shot either. But my
No,
number nine has to be getting a shot away there. I'm sorry, that is unforgivable.
he has to bury it. I mean, I watched the brilliance that he did in Spain, and I thought to myself, right, surely. I was on my knees. I was begging him to put the ball in the net, and I don't know what happened. I think he just froze, doing. I don't know what happened to Cyril Dessers there, but you're beginning to have sleepless nights now, mate. You can't sleep at all because all that's in my head now is you with this chance. My number nine's got to do it, and my number nine hopefully is going to be Long Shanklin. Hopefully get my boy in. The window's open now. We've got to be going for it. But I mean, his chance, you get many other chances if he didn't take, mate. But that is the one I think that we're all thinking about. It should have been a goal. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, that was our biggest opportunity, definitely. We had one as well. I think it was Ross McCausland. He could have passed it to Seema for a tap in, and he
But
went for the glory. Again, looking back at that chance, I feel like if I was in his position, I would probably look to just get a shot on goal as well rather than look
no,
around me. So I'm not
you
too
can't.
fussed about that one. But again, it's a chance. And then I believe the big moment comes after that. The talking point that's been kind of spread around everywhere. We've all seen it. Alistair Johnston with a handball. Now, watching the game, bewildered how it wasn't given is an on-field VAR review, firstly, and I don't know how it wasn't given as a penalty. Right? We then fast forward to the pundits talking in the studio. They all think it's a penalty. I think they've got Mike Dean on the line. He thinks it's a penalty, and
Apparently.
then we go into the second half about 60 minutes in, and they've drawn up offside lines. To me, this just doesn't look right at all. It just screams pure amateur. I mean,
Mm.
we'll bring up penalties that have been given for stuff a lot less by Willie Collum, who was the guy on VAR, but I think they've looked for something wrong with it because they knew they fucked it up and tried to cover it up with an offside. It's a very, very small offside, if anything. But I mean, the goal kick's given after that. Like, it's just a messy a situation. Rangers have asked for the VAR audio to be released to them to actually come to terms what's happened with the whole situation. Still not been released yet by the SFA, and they say they won't do it till after Wednesday or something. So, I mean, we're waiting, and it's going to be we're playing another game. Who actually cares at that point? But it's annoying. The conspiracy thing will always be thrown about, but I think that was a really really poor refereeing performance. I think not only with that situation, but just in general the other day.
I mean, I don't know the referee didn't get on top of Johnston as well with the throw-ins as well. Yeah, he was taking far too many steps thinking for where the actual throw-in was, you know what I mean? No, but the whole thing does scream amateur. But we know what they'll be doing. They'll be burning it, they'll be deleting what they have to do just to make it look like everyone was professional, what have you. It's just screams amateur. And how you get a goal kick as well, I don't understand that at all. But as I say, for you and me, obviously watching the game, it was a clear penalty. Do you know what I mean? The littlest offside or whatever they were looking for. I just don't know, obviously, what's going on here because it shouldn't be taking after Rangers play again for them to turn around and go, right, we're going to sit down, give you this or whatever. It should be given straight away then. I think there was a situation with Liverpool and Spurs where
No,
they got one wrong or what have you, and they gave it straight away. So it just screams amateur. And yet again, it's just showing you what the refereeing situation is like up here.
no, and we, barring that kind of decision, we finished the second half probably the stronger team. Unlucky maybe to not go in. One each we had chances, but we came out the second half and immediately conceded. It's just something you cannot do in these games.
You
I
can't do.
mean, Kyogo scores an absolute worldie. It's a fantastic goal from his point of view. But the way I'm looking at it, Balogun's getting dragged out of his defence. Maeda's running in behind him. Kyogo's free. It's just exactly what Celtic would have wanted to do. Get that small bit of space and that opportunity, and Kyogo bags it in.
He bags it in, but also have to look at Connor Wilson as well. Look at the size of you, bro. Why are you going down to his level? What are you? I just don't know if it's a mental thing when he plays Kyogo. No, Kyogo's a fantastic thing for Celtic. He has been, do you know what I mean? But I just think Connor Wilson, come on, you've got to be doing better. Look at the size of you compared to him. You've got to bully him. You've got to show him. You're not, you know what I mean? You're the defender. You know what I mean? You're the number one. But it is a sensational strike. You can't take it away, obviously, for Kyogo. But yeah, mate, honestly, also we talked about when we were watching him, have you? I thought there was three for me that came away with the pass marks, you could say, what have you. I thought Sterling did fantastically well. Lundstrom to come back, he obviously was injured and what have you, and he played as well as he did. Thought it was fantastic. And then obviously my boy Yalmaz, left back, thought he didn't do anything wrong, he didn't have any flaws really. But I thought those were the three for me that were positive. Tavernier as well. The amount of times we go here and Tavernier maybe just lets the crowd get to him, maybe gets the pressure gets to him a bit. I thought that was probably his best game. He's played at Celtic Park and obviously a sensational strike. When it's in the dying moments, man, and you're thinking yourself, right, can we potentially get something here? But I honestly, I thought a couple of them, as I said, did no bad. Keeper, they didn't. I mean, the two chances, that's really all I can think of. But I'm looking at Cantwell and I'm thinking myself, obviously Dessers as well, but Cantwell mostly, and I'm thinking myself, you're getting the chatter going, you've got to back up, especially these games. These are the games you're signed to show why you should be playing for the club, and you just didn't turn up at all.
Nah, Cantwell's kind of very, very similar in these games to like a Malik Tillman. He's got all the talent in the world. He's so technically gifted, but he just slows the game down completely. And it's not. These games are frantic. These games need to be played at a high pace. And I don't know. It's just again with the talking he's done for the
Well,
start of the season as well. It's not backing him up with anything positive.
no, you know what I mean? It's alright to give the talk, but we've got to back up, man. Here's an idea, Cantwell. How about you just shut up and you just let your performances
And just
speak?
play
It's
football.
just play the football, just play the game. Yeah, again, as I said, also McCausland and Seamer as well. Just hard work. Obviously, you could tell McCausland was maybe getting a wee bit fatigued. Maybe was looking for the sub there. Obviously,
That's something actually
and
I felt butt in there as well. I've seen Ross McCausland getting a bit of criticism, and he by no means isn't immune to criticism because he's through the academy. But I don't feel like he actually was like.
Danny Fulham.
You look at the four players that start in the forward line. He was the best one out of all of them. He was probably where our goal was going to come from most likely. I know he's still young. He's played 15, 16 proper competitive games for Rangers, but I think labelling him, this kind of scapegoat for this is a bit poor for some Rangers fans. But again, he's not immune to criticism. It wasn't his best ever game. He didn't kind of light the world on fire. But um,
But you're
I
not
think that's
expecting.
when we see young players come in, and I mean, this game's always going to be the making or breaking of some players. But some players for Rangers don't get the opportunity because they just become under immense fan pressure and that same kind out
Mm,
the team. But I thought Abdel Assima really struggled on the left hand side. He couldn't. He had the beating of Johnson sometimes, but it's just his technical kind of touch of the
First
ball and
touch.
stuff really let him down. Cantwell was really, really, really poor. Cyril Dessers was may as well have nobody up front. Genuinely in that game, he was shocking. Um,
Shocking. But I thought, obviously, the said, so assuming he dropped the shoulder and what have you, I thought he was doing no bad. But as I say, yeah, again, I just don't know what happened to that chance. I honestly must have panicked. I don't know what he was thinking about, what he was doing, but whatever. So I just can't believe he's no scored that.
I can't
And I
believe he
can't keep
thought
it
he
in.
had as much time as he did. Like, I think
Aye,
he thought Celtic had pushed up and he had literally all the time in the world. It was just him. And obviously, Alistair Johnson rushes back and takes the ball off him. But it's not a guy that screams to me, but he's got striker's instinct to score goals. That's where I
yeah,
boil it down to. He's not going to win us games, big
no.
games, and that's where it's all going to come down to. We've came to this point. We've gave players so many chances this season. It feels like, but it
Mm,
feels like Saturday anyway. We kind of saw what these players are really like in these games. How are they going to stand up?
mm,
Because it's a huge warning call anyway for the manager. One thing that wasn't bad about the game at all was John Lundstrom and Dujon Sterling. Dujon Sterling was absolutely fantastic in the middle of the pitch. See what you want for a player coming into this game that Cantwell didn't have. Dujon Sterling had everything
mm,
that you need. He was competing, he was physical, he was strong in the tackle, he was bursting forward at any opportunity, he can do his defensive work. He was everywhere that he had to be. He was covering Tavernier and right back. Absolutely brilliant for Dujon Sterling, and that's what I want to see Maury. I think he might be unlucky to not start every game because of the opponents we'll be playing, but in games like this, he's perfect. Like you look at your Betis away, cup finals and stuff like that. He's a guy that, again, coming into the Clement era, didn't really play for the first maybe 10 games. He got that sub, I think it was Hearts away. He impressed,
aye.
and since then he's been deputised in midfield, and he's took his chance, and he's really staked his claim to be a Rangers player now.
He's a workhorse, as I say, mate. He took his opportunity and he's done really well, as we're talking about here. I just can't, you can't fault the lad at all. I thought, as I say, him and Lundstrom were immense. As we've talked about all players in the part that you can obviously have a go at, but you can't have a go at whatsoever. As you say, defensive work as well, drawing back at things like Tavier, go forward. Obviously, we're favourite on that side of the park, but yeah, again, just another top class performance. I mean, he's a guy, maybe, as I say, I don't hear him talk about it or whatever. Just one of the boys, it seems like he goes in the training park and what have you, and then does his work on the park. He lets his game do the talking. which is I say something the team should be looking at. I think Campbell now needs to zip up a wee bit here and just do what Stirling does here and just let their performances do the talk on the park. Fantastic
Mhm.
performance of him, and also John Lundstram, as I say, mate, to come back to the injury. I think they're still here. We're going into an Old Firm out and what have you, and it was just sensational again, as I say. So, they
Aye.
two are ones for me. Can away with pass mark. I'm a boy Almaz as well. Hans Billis, Basham McCollum. I thought he did really well
Aye,
for
I
this game.
thought going into
Obviously,
this game I had question marks kind of over Yilmaz. He's obviously played in the derby. I think it was the one at the end of the season again. The league
season.
was done by then.
Aye,
He played.
done.
He held himself well then, but going to Celtic Park, obviously Barisic, you're used to Barisic playing in these games.
That's what I was about to say.
Um, but Yilmaz came in and he was physical. He never really let Dyson Maeda get by him. He got us forward a couple of times with his pace and his skill to get by them. So for me, that's what I've wanted to see for Yilmaz for a while. I think he's shown it in flashes. Hopefully now he gets his opportunity to just be our left back. Like just sign
Just
another young
yeah.
guy and let him compete with Yilmaz and sell Barisic. It's so simple. Just do that. And we'll be fine. And I think hopefully a lot of maybe people on the fence with Yilmaz in games like this can really maybe now take a wee breather and hopefully can be our starting left back. But obviously another big talking point of the game, Leon Balogun gets sent off. It's poor for Balogun to be fair. He's
It's
don't know
one
what
for
he's
the team,
trying
innit?
to do. And then he's not got the pace to catch up with. I think it was Maida and he walks. So fair play in that one. After that though, I feel that we pushed with 10 men. We done no bad. The game was kind of open. Celtic didn't have any really great quality in that part of the game. To be honest, it was all the work they done for their two goals, and that was really it for Celtic, which is annoying looking at it. I think we always seem to perform better in these games, and we never come away with anything. Celtic just up the end
Aye.
of the pitch, they know how to score goals, and that's exactly what it's all about. So we need
Well,
somebody as good as Kyogo. It's as simple as that to score us goals and win these games.
hopefully, maybe we'll see somebody as good as Kubo potentially. With us, either Shanklin and obviously we get the boy as well, Portuguese. Hopefully he'll play tomorrow. You never know. It'd be nice to see him get some minutes as well for debuting. But I definitely we need a clinical striker in these games because you look back, obviously we've had some fantastic forwards playing these games, and then rookies same as Celtic as well. So in that area, that's what it seems to just be coming down quite a lot now. It's just taking the chances because we had quite a lot of chances where we should have done a hell of a lot better than we did. But yeah, again, as I say, I'm having sleepless nights thanks to Real Dessers. Thanks, mate. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Just bury it.
nah.
I think he wanted to put it through his legs. I genuinely do. I think he wanted to put it right through his legs. Bro, just put it in the corner.
Nah, it's one that will come back and haunt you, especially for getting back into the game so late as well. James Tavernier, obviously, it's a great strike for the free kick, and then for then again we pushed, and it was just at that point
Yeah,
Celtic had to see the game out. Kieran Dowell had a really good opportunity, maybe
so
cross
it
it
was
into Tavernier. He went for the shot.
a,
Probably looking back on that, he should have crossed it into the box for a better opportunity, but that was the only really chance I can remember us
there was
having after
a,
we scored.
that's the one I can really remember. I was going to ask you as well, do you think the manager doesn't really like Matondo? Is why I'm just thinking to myself, why was Matondo not thrown on instead? Obviously Scott Wright came on, but I'm thinking to myself, you've got to throw Rabi on there. He's got that quality, the pace. Celtic looked a bit, a bit fatigued. Like, you throw him on there, maybe.
That's the only thing I really don't understand is why you would choose Scott Wright personally. I think Scott Wright's got good qualities
No
if
harm
you're
done.
maybe Scott Wright's got good qualities maybe if you're winning that game 2-1. He come on and he's an out ball, he's got pace and he can also maybe track back and do a bit of the dirty work right. That's when I would bring on Scott Wright. But if I'm chasing a game, I'm taking Rabbi Matondo all day long. I don't care how bad Matondo's been recently or whatever. Obviously, he said he could play as a number 9 as well. He could play up front. I don't know why we've not tried that yet when
Either.
Dessers has been kind of so bad in this game. Um, I was surprised when he wasn't an option. I think maybe with the way the game went, the red card, it kind of maybe he would have been trusted at the end of the game. But disappointing because I want to see Matondo play. I still feel he's got a lot to give to this squad and to this team. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, in the next game, which is Kilmarnock, we need to put that Old Firm game behind us pretty quickly. I mean, it's a tough one to take. It always is, but this league is wide open for us. We've got 2 games in hand now, and we just need to keep winning games. The next Old Firm game's obviously at Ibrox as well. if we just keep doing our thing, keep focusing on us, and you never really know what can happen. So we can keep building momentum. January's obviously here now. We can obviously look at players, get players out the door, and hopefully bring more quality in to really fire us up to success at the end of the season. Kilmarnock are on form though. Kilmarnock are a really good side this season. Obviously beat us opening game of the season. Beat Celtic twice over there. They've been brilliant. They're sitting in fourth position now, and they'll be fighting out with Hearts in that third and fourth position probably all season. So tough team to beat. They'll come Ibrox with Derek McInnes, and they'll be organised. They've obviously get a couple of players that a lot of Rangers fans have their eyes on. Danny Armstrong, Watson in midfield as well. They've got a couple of really good players that can definitely affect the game.
I'm looking at an ex-Rangers player that we obviously really like going him as well. What's the young Henry at the
Lewis
back
Mayo as
well?
well,
Been fantastic as well. He's somebody obviously when we do our maybe 5 lists of players that we would maybe have signed this window. He's definitely on the list for me. Players that are homegrown, do you know what I mean? We better have do we have a bike back thing with him? No? Are we that smart?
I doubt it. I doubt it.
I doubt it as well. But I know they definitely got a couple of players that I'd be keeping my eye on anyway.
Nah, they've got a couple of players that can definitely affect the game and really come and disrupt us, because we need to, again, it's going to be similar to everything. We need to start fast and we need to have a reaction after a defeat. So it'll be interesting to see how this team does react after defeat. It's the first time we've faced it under Philippe Clement, so it'll be interesting to see what he's kind of saying to his players and getting them ready for this one.
Absolutely. It's always obviously when we lose these kind of games, you can tell it's kind of direction. Maybe we obviously come on, you can just tell it's that fire's in the belly. You know what I mean? You can tell that it's going to go onwards. As you say, it's far from done anyway. This is a game where I'm hoping that they obviously turn up, and as you say, in the first couple of sort of minutes here, we let them know we're at it. Still got the games in hand as well, but definitely we're hoping we can turn up here and get maybe a 3 or a 4. It'd be nice, obviously after losing the game.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice to really put on a performance. The team that I've selected for this one, I was thinking myself, Cantwell has to be dropped, right? But
I'm dropping regardless.
This is going to be a game where we're not going to really need Dujon Sterling. I don't think that's kind of what I was touching on earlier. I think we're going to need Dow kind of. He's further back, but he can pick passes and he can break lines similar to what Cantwell can do. And I feel that I just think Dujon Sterling, for all the good he does, doesn't really suit a game like this in midfield. Abdullah Sima, we obviously don't know the extent of his injury, so I've put Matondo in there for now. Fabio Silva, I'm unsure if he's actually training with the squad yet, or if he's just going to meet up with them after this game and go on the kind of training camp. But I would have him on the bench, 100%. Please don't let me watch Cyril Dessers as our only number 9 again, please. Fabio Silva, hopefully he'll be in the squad, but if not, obviously it'll be after the break. Right. And then it's kind of as you were for the rest of the team in it. Suter will come in for Balogun. Yilmaz will hopefully keep his place, and then there'll be rotation where necessary, but obviously we're still kind of waiting on some players to come back for injury, so it's going to be tough. But one last push to get us into this break and get players back. I've seen Raskin's obviously back on the pitch now, working towards a return to the squad, so he'll be big again. I don't feel that we really have a midfielder like him.
No.
That can sit next to Lundstrom and play. Obviously, Kieran Dowell's done that well next to Sterling, and I think I was Sterling in both games actually when he played. He done really well. So, players are finding new leases of life, which is what the manager says about when he touched on Dujon Sterling in his press conference. He was like, he's got exactly everything I want. He's just a guy that can play anywhere, and I felt like that was kind of a wee bit of a dig at Cantwell, because you look at Cantwell get subbed off in that Europa League game because he was playing right wing. He's like, oh, it's not my position and all that. And I personally think, looking back at that now, maybe that was a feeler to see how he would actually handle that. And he's clearly through the huff about it, and he's been playing. I feel like Cantwell's been playing all right. He's obviously get the goal against Motherwell, but I still need him to add so much more to his game this season.
It's been really poor. Just that's where it is. It's been really poor, and I need much more. I need more goals, and I need obviously assist. I know after the Motherwell one, he was on about it's not about me, it's about the team. That's great and all that, right? But I need both of you, mate. And as I say, as you're on about Sterling there as well, just a worker can play multiple positions. I think that's what the manager's after. He's obviously looking for. But I personally wouldn't play him, mate. I wouldn't. Obviously, you're thinking about this game, also maybe tactical-wise, whatever. But I just wouldn't play him, man. I'd really show him. Look, listen, you've not been good enough, mate. You know what I mean? I would play Dow and I'd play Sterling as well. I don't think you can drop somebody that performs that well after and the way he's been playing, sorry. And I just think you can't drop him. But Campbell, as I say, you can have a hissy fit all you want, go on your Instagram with your Giroud house jumpers on and all that, blah, but I want results in the park, man. I just want to see you play well, because I know we can play well with Celtic, you know what I mean? We see you play well when it didn't matter. I want to see you play well when it does matter. This is when it matters the most. There's still a chance
That's
you
what
win a
it
league
boils
title.
down to, by the way. That's 100% it. Campbell came in at a really good time for him. Really, when
Aye,
he
for
came
him,
in
it
and he
lift him up,
impressed, there
feel
was
that
no pressure
confidence.
really. And then as
This
the
is the
pressure just
pressure,
puts
but
on, aye.
this is what I'm on about, this pressure to play for the club here. You know what I mean? If you can't handle the pressure, you'll be sent away. If you want to just play football and look all good and all that, well, the MLS is there and the Saudi Arabia's there. I just think he needs to step up his level, man. I really do. As I say, you know, top guy, top player on his day. It's just he needs to see it consistently. We're not seeing it at all. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, getting caught up far too much. But as we say, different opinions there. I'm looking at more of a tactical approach, thinking, right, start our kind of most creative players and try and win the game early, because I know it's going to be a tough game. Obviously, you're looking at it the way I agree on that as well. You can't really drop John Sterling after that, so
Danny.
that's different
Well, how many
views.
times think about it as well. How many times maybe when Yalmaz has played when he's no injured, right, and he's had a decent game, but Barisic still gets picked, and we're like, what are we doing here? But I mean, I just don't think we can drop lads that are playing well. As we say, for McCausland, that's what fantastic. But he's been consistently well, do you know what I mean? And if somebody like him was to get dropped, and I just think you play the lads that are playing well. Also, Tad's doing what you're saying, absolutely agree, but I can't be bothered him. You know what I mean? He's just annoying me, can't well.
Nah, no, he's frustrating the life out of me as well, honestly. But it's just the fact that we've got nobody else to like. You're never going to pick Sam Lammers, right? It's that's who you're
No,
picking,
he's
mate.
not even
So,
an option, man.
um, it's going to be a difficult selection for Clement to pick. Obviously, he's got a small pool of players, but he's got options to sort of pick for different personnel. So, if you're watching along this far, let us know in the comments who you would start. What would be your kind of
No,
lineup for
absolutely.
for this game? But that leaves us there then. Obviously, tasting defeat. But we won't let it kind of derail what's been a really good start under Fleet Command. Hopefully, get Fabio Silva some minutes tomorrow. It would be a really nice boost to see him in the flesh
Absolutely.
for his debut. But we need to get 3 points over the line here and just go into the break in a good way, and then get planning for what's going to happen to this squad in January. And that'll probably be the next
Dangling.
episode. That'll probably be the either the signings or who we were keeping selling for this squad. So,
Up the
um,
next two.
the next two, obviously, we've got a couple of weeks worth of that to go. So, probably next week's episode will be the tier list. Who do we feel that is still good enough to be here? Who would we loan out? Who would we sell? Stuff like that. And then the week after, we'll do our digging. If we've not signed them, then I'll be a bit concerned. But we'll see who we
I
would like
will.
to obviously sign for Rangers. And if you did enjoy the podcast, as always, if you'd like, subscribe, and share, and we'll be back with those episodes in the coming weeks.